Uh, and what is the deal, everybody? You're back for another Thursday night show with your boys Turf and Rundown, man. We back again for another Thursday night. How you feeling, man? What's going on with you?
I'm feeling fabulous, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Raider Nation in the building. We're gonna have a fire show tonight. We're gonna have a fire show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited. I'm really excited. This kickoff, beautiful Thanksgiving. I couldn't be more happy with everything that's going on. I got family in town, my parents. I mean, it couldn't be a better way to kick off this show as far as the new Turf and Rundown, and let's get it cracking, man.
Man, just first of all, before we really get going, want to say salute everybody in the chat. 831, what's the deal? Salute Beezy, what's going on? And happy Thanksgiving to y'all, man. How was y'all Thanksgiving? Real quick before we start, how was your Thanksgiving, boss? How was it?
Man, I can't complain, bro. I'm going to post some pictures. People know I'm a foodie at heart, and that's kind of where I blow all my money. But I never post pictures on food, but I have to. Mom's is in town. It's official. One of the first things my daddy told me when I asked, "Wow, these folks keep coming to my house, Daddy. Your mama know how to cook." So yeah, it was on and cracking today. I'm talking about legendary caramel cake. Yeah, it was on and cracking. How about you?
I understand. This was my first year without my folks cooking, so definitely, I had to do it myself this year. But I'm gonna post some pictures, man. Your boy did it up, man. I'm not a big turkey guy. You feel me? So I did a chicken. I don't like turkey.
That's what's up.
I don't eat no pork either, so I had to do my own little thing. But definitely, I'm gonna post some pictures, man. I'm very proud of what your boy did now.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's cracking, man. We all been there, right? As a matter of fact, my godson, he moved out here from CT, and I was just having that conversation with him, bro. Like, hey, you got to do what you got to do, man. You got to learn how to do all these things for yourself when you get to that age and you're on your own. So trust me,
I turned 25 this year. I turned 25 this year, and shit that I hadn't been doing in the past, I got to do now. Like, you know what I mean? Make your own Thanksgiving stuff, pay your own bills on time. Like, you know what we got to do here, man. We studying.
I do, brother. I do. Absolutely. So yeah, man, let's get it.
He said he got done with a 20 pounder. Oh man. Yeah, they're getting it in. Hey, but let's get it in, man. Let's start with some Raider football. So look.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're gonna talk about last week. I had my show already. You had your recap show already.
But, absolutely.
We're gonna talk about, now that we done had a couple days to really ponder, what is, let's say, not as big as a deal as you thought it was after the game? Because after the game we can all overreact. You know what I mean? Everybody can be like, this is terrible, bench this, bench that. Okay.
Right.
But after a couple of days of rest and sitting on it, what do you think is like, I was kind of overreacting, I think we'll be fine going forward?
One of the biggest things that stood out to me, we have a very, very avid, Raider fan, advocate, poster. I mean, she does it all. I want to say her name is Peggy. But yeah, she hit it right on the head, man. She said, you know what? You can't base, one game on quarterback play, right? As to, how things are going to be, for the full future. That's going to be the biggest thing that I think I have that I can say is a problem. And that is exactly that. Me looking at, AOC and just immediately, gunning him, if you will, just roasting him and thinking, okay, maybe he's not the guy. It's one bad game. Every player.
It's one bad game, bro.
Exactly. So,
and definitely, I'll own up to that. Definitely after the game, I was like I said, I wasn't mad if anybody watched me. After that, I wasn't mad, but it was like, I don't know if we can roll. But, like you saying, it's true. I'll say it's one bad game. Okay, it's one bad game. 4th game overall, you know what I mean? So let's see how he do going forward. What's up, everybody? Jason, I mean, whatever link you clicked on, you ended up to the right place, baby. Because
yes, sir.
If you're here, that means you're in the right section. But,
absolutely.
Definitely, man. I think AOC, that's I was tripping on Antonio and the coaching staff a little bit. I say my overreaction was tripping on the coaching staff and all that, but now that a couple days that went by, I'm like, it's a lot of things that I can attribute to like rookie mistakes. Same with the coaches. You know what I mean? Coaches have the rookie mistakes too. They all never have been a part of this type of shit right here. So there's gonna be some learning curve that's in it. Hard to read. We talk about Antonio Pierce. I mean, the only one that don't really have a learning curve, and you can see it, is Patrick Graham. You know what I mean? He doing what he do. You feel me? He doing his job. So that's why the defense looked the way it looked. But to stay on the last game, we're gonna keep on that.
Yeah.
Is there anything that encouraged you, coming into this next week and the future?
100%. Our defense has learned overnight how to become a unit that absolutely knows how to win a football game defensively. Yep. Defensively, look, we all know offensively it was not our best outing, and that was pretty much our biggest problem. But
of course,
defensively, we held the best offensive team in the NFL to the least they've had all season. That goes for the good teams and the bad teams they've played. So I'm very excited at the potential of what our defense has to bring to the table, with the additions we have coming as well when it comes to our new cornerback from the Patriots, right? And I believe we have a new defensive end, right, that got brought to the practice squad.
We just got a new defensive end. I got to do some more research on it.
Right.
I ain't gonna do nothing on that, so I'm slipping on my pendant. But regardless, we signed a new DN.
Yep. So with the addition of those pieces, however they're going to fit into this defense moving forward, I think we have a recipe to allow us to win. And see, that's the key. We've been lacking that for so long. I don't think people understand how important that element is to have us with a defense that allows us to have the ability to win. So, I mean, that's the biggest thing for me this past game. I'm convinced that our team defensively absolutely has gotten it together. And now it's just a matter of adding some depth and next man up. And the Raiders are going to be a problem. We'll be in the top 10 for who knows how long, as long as we can.
And it's crazy to think about. It's definitely a problem. And that'd be crazy to think about if the Raiders finish the season somewhere within the top 15, top 10. And from there, you definitely, like we've all said, I think we've all been on here from the group and been like, we want Patrick Graham to stay. Plain and simple, I want Patrick Graham to stay. So, quick thing from the chat, 831 Raiders says, I'm worried about holding up. He's had Hurts on the run all night. And we're going to get into that. And we're going to definitely get into that. But we're going to continue. And this kind of leads us into the Aiden O'Connell discussion, right? Me and you was talking about this before we got on here. And what I was telling you that Tony Romo said, I heard it during the Dallas game, okay?
Right.
And he said, basically, if you're going to have a quarterback in today's game that's not mobile, he has to be like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, mentally dissecting the defense and knowing where exactly to go with the football, right? Before a defense can even react. And on top of that, you need to damn near have a top 10, top 5 offensive line. Because if your boy can't move in today's day and age in this NFL with these edge rushers and this athletic defense, it's going to be a problem, And when he said it, clicked in my mind, that's the exact problem we're going through right now. And we've been going through that problem for about 10+ years. We had, and yes, obviously the game has changed, but we ain't never been an organization that had no quarterback that moved around and, did it. Never. But it's time, me personally, if the Aiden O'Connell thing don't work out, I think that we got to go in a different direction as far as trying to catch up with the modern day NFL. So I mean, what do you think about Tony Romo's take on the non-mobile quarterback?
Well, I'm going to be honest. I have to agree somewhat. I'm not saying you have to be Randall Cunningham, right?
No.
This is for the old heads.
Exactly.
Right? You got to be right. You got to be Michael Vick, right? You believe it or not, some of these youngsters, they don't understand and comprehend Vick. It is what it is. Exactly, but that's not necessary. But what is absolutely necessary is the ability to move the pocket. At least be able to take some steps. I mean, I think we saw that tonight with the Detroit Lions game and Jared Goff. Give him just a quicker step, and who knows where they would have been able to be. Him getting out of some of those, rollouts and pocket.
That's a great comparison. That's a great comparison,
and that's exactly where I see things for us. And if that guy can't be that guy, meaning AOC. Well, then you better be the most accurate that you've ever been around. On top of the ability to move the defense how you see fit without running.
To be honest, that's crazy you say that because my comparison for Aiden O'Connell for a long time was kind of like Jared Goff. Like that, right. I saw he can be like a Jared Goff. But even with an offensive line how Jared Goff had, like he got damn near top 5 offensive line damn near. If you really think about it. But you saw what the Packers did. You apply pressure to a quarterback of that nature that can't be dynamic and move around, then the offense is going to struggle. It's just plain and simple. You know what I mean? If he can't get the ball out because he can't move, then what are we going to do? We're going to heat his ass up and then make him have to get the ball out faster than he wants to. And I think that's a problem that we're having in this offense. And that's, that was my whole thing when I was saying after the game, this last game, like, that's the reason why some of these drives are stalling out. It's like there's we don't have any dynamic playmaker back there that can be like, nothing's open. Let me run for 5. Boom, slide down. All right, that's a first down. All right, now let's keep it going. You know what I mean? Like we don't have that, and I think that's hindering this offense to a degree. I really do.
100%. I mean, everybody in our division has it. Even Herbert has the ability to make some moves in order to, kind of adjust the pocket so it makes sense. I'm not saying he's running, but what I am saying is he's manipulating the pocket, giving his offensive line a better angle, right? From being able to give himself a better angle to get rid of the ball however he needs to.
Now, I used to say, I didn't think Joe Burrow was the most mobile, but I take it back because he's more athletic than I think I was even giving him credit for. You know what I mean? The things he does when he moves around because he has to. He has that terrible offensive line. So you see this man move around like he does. I think, even him to a degree, he has the athleticism to do what he needs to do. But, that's all you need. You just need a little bit of the maneuverness. You know what I mean? A little bit of that. Yeah. I'm going to move around. I'm going to do what I do and find somebody in an open pocket. Like you said, you ain't got to be Lamar. You ain't got to be Vic.
Exactly.
Just move around. That's all you got to do, So, I want to say this, and then we're going to go into our little guest segment because, we've all had difference in opinions, okay? Now,
absolutely.
When we talk about you and I, we've had a lot of conversations about the draft, all right? Now, I know you've been on one side of the spectrum on this, but have you changed your tune now about drafting a quarterback, or is that still something that you're not interested in doing?
I mean, so this is my thing. I actually believe we are a player or two away on each side of the ball from winning the Super Bowl with the skills positions we have. That is my true belief. Call me crazy, call me what you want. But that's what I believe. This is one of these quick ones I'm going to get on my soapbox. I believe that we absolutely 100% have the ability to win a Super Bowl with the pieces we have today. So with that being said, I don't believe we need to go draft this quarterback, if you will, that's going to be the future for the next decade, et cetera, et cetera. we absolutely can get away with a veteran. There are veterans out there. There are people that have the ability to take us to the promised land with the team that we have right now. So do I think we need to go draft a quarterback this draft in order for him to be the next guy? No, I don't. Do I think we need a quarterback? 100%. I don't think Aiden O'Connell is ready. And that's the flip side of this. Going to draft another quarterback that's a rookie, guess what that means? He's more than likely not going to be ready for it. Look, not everybody can be Stroud. Not everybody can be that rookie that you used to seeing, right? That kind of fits the bill and comes out, right? The Lawrences. And it doesn't work that way. We've been very spoiled lately. And you're going to start to see that with the rest of these quarterbacks that fall off. So, yes, that's my take on it. Do we need a quarterback this draft? Absolutely not. I'd take a very formidable vet that has an arm, can make all the throws, and maintain the game before trying to go another rookie that we're going to have to go through the growing pains with.
All right. I see your take. I understand it. Yeah. But I'll raise you this, okay? Yeah. And I'll continue to use this stat because this is just me, all right? For an organization that has only drafted 4 first-round quarterbacks, we can't really say shit because we don't know. You know what I mean? We have no idea what it feels like to get one in the first round as of late and be like, all right, you know what I mean? Let's see. Right. You know, and to be honest, we have no idea how the board will fall either. You know, the draft is a tricky beast. We all know. You know, so regardless, maybe you may be one of the teams where there's good value, and you like, okay, but this is my thing, okay? Because I believe I'm on the same wave as you. We're a couple players away on each side of the ball to get right. You know what I mean? And I want to touch on what Jason is saying. Number one, Prescott's athletic still is like a motherfucker, so he can still move around. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't know. You know, like he said. But I want to get to what Jason said here. He says RT and DT away. I agree. The right tackle is something that you need to get. A D tackle is something that you need to get. But this all goes back to me saying, like, if you have a more dynamic playmaker back there, in which this draft is full of them, you know what I mean? Like, full of dynamic guys that it's like, okay, you get him, like, we already know at least this guy's going to be running around for a first round. At least. You know, you do it. You know, now, will he be there between the years and all that? We'll see. But I also think that when you're drafting a quarterback, it comes down to, is your staff competent enough to handle doing that? Because I put this example here every time, right? The Jets and Zach Wilson. We can get on Zach Wilson for being as bad as he is, and by all means, it's warranted that he's that bad.
He's terrible.
But when you think about it, what help has the Jets given him in his career so far? How have they helped develop him as a quarterback?
Right.
Robert Saleh he's a defensive guy. I don't even know who the hell Zach Wilson's coordinator was that first year. I have no idea.
Right. No, you're right. Great point.
And then after that, you get Nathaniel Hackett, but it's really for Aaron Rodgers, and Nathaniel Hackett ain't developing shit. So it's like
at all.
So I think also, if you're going to go into that position of saying we're going to draft a quarterback, it's on the organization to say we need to set this man up for success. Now you have the weaponry, of course. You got the weaponry like any, and this is why I say get a young one. Because any young quarterback, what do they need? Weapons to be successful. You are young. You got to day one, and that's why we can easily say, like, to a degree, Aiden O'Connell might not be the guy, because it's like, look at this. Look what you have. You know what I mean? Like, you can play better than this. So I think getting a quarterback, although I'm not gonna like rush to get one, like you said. I agree on that. Right. I'm not gonna sell the farm to get one, but if they fall in the lap, by all means, I'm gonna grab them. You know what I mean?
I agree. And you know, I'll give props where props is due. I can bring myself to the front of the congregation. This is going to be quick. I mean, it's a little early, but I'm gonna bring myself to the congregation in the front because, hey, I said C.J. Stroud wasn't gonna be Jack, right? And he's shaping out to be a little bit better than Jack. So hey, look, it is what it is. Yep, I said it, and hey, I can eat that.
We own up. It's all good.
I'm gonna eat it, and the funny thing about it is, I believe that's who they actually wanted. I'm just gonna
wanted that motherfucker.
Leave it at that. That's who they wanted. A lot of people wanted him, and hey, I gotta eat.
What's perfect about it, bro?
Yeah.
What's perfect about it, is like he is from an hour away from Vegas. He's from an hour away from Vegas. He's from Rancho.
Yeah.
3 hours away. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
That's where he at. Like, it would have been perfect. But regardless, could have, would have, should. But now, on to the next topic. Oh, he left. I was gonna bring him in.
Yeah, we was. I don't know why he dropped off.
He said dinner ready. He said dinner ready.
Yeah, come back through.
yeah. But definitely, man. All for the Thanksgiving, man. Is there something, anything you did today, man, that you was just like, man, hey, I'm proud of myself today. What'd you make today, bro? What was the main dishes?
Well, for me, fortunately, Mom Deuce was in town, bro. So I sat back and did absolutely nada. Mom got that home cooking like nobody's business.
That's it.
As I stated before, yeah. Anybody that knows me knows, like my hometown is missing the crumbs. They don't have that 4th of July cookout where you just already knew to stop. Didn't matter if you was invited or not. Like, my mom's throws down for real. From Perry, Georgia, and raised. Yeah, it's one of those serious Southern cookouts.
My question to you is, what are your top 3 sides on Thanksgiving? Where are your top 3 sides?
It's going to definitely be collard greens, right?
Okay.
It's going to be potato salad. Okay. And I like, man, it's going to be a tie between the stuffing and the string beans with the potatoes.
That's interesting.
Yes, I like them all. I eat them all, right? You know what I mean? But my top, I got to have that stuffing, right? That's just Thanksgiving. So you gotta have that stuffing, but man.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to pick 3.
See, for me, I got to go. I can't believe. Number 1, I gotta put the yams on there. That's a must.
Yeah,
I need yams, bro. Gotta put the mac and cheese. Obviously, I'm surprised you left that off there, man. I gotta get the mac and cheese.
I hear you. It's just not a top 4 even for me, but yeah, I got you.
I got you, man. And then for my last, it's crazy. I was not a stuffing guy before, a couple years ago. Now all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, I need it now. So I think I got to put stuffing as the 3rd, man. I think it definitely deserves a spot on the list.
100%. That list ain't wrong, bro. It's not wrong at all. And I've had
everybody in the chat, man. Let us know your top 3 sides for Thanksgiving, man. How y'all rocking, man? If anybody in this damn chat says anything about cranberry sauce, we're going to have a long conversation.
It's a wrap. It's a
long conversation, man. No goddamn way.
You're not a fool.
No. So, we at this Miami game?
I didn't go, man. Like I said, my parents was in town. I thought about it. I'm going to the Chiefs game. They leave literally the day I come back. So, wife will be dropping them off as I'm coming home. But, I opted to stay, watch the game with them. I hate to say it, but I'm glad I didn't go because I don't do well when we lose on the road. I just don't. I don't know any other way to explain it. And we've been doing a lot of that, right? So, yeah, it is what it is, man. So, but we're learning how to win,
Yeah.
And I think that Miami game is exactly that. That Miami game is, again, a stepping stone on, hey, we were right there. We was right there. We were right there. We just need to learn how to win. We need to learn how to offensively put points on the board when we absolutely have to, regardless of who's at what spot. And once we learn to do that, no matter who's in, we Gucci.
Yeah. And you got that right, AR. What's going on with you, man? Cranberry sauce definitely is trash.
Yes, sir. Apocasi in the building.
Whatever. Greens, mac and cheese. Yeah, that's a solid trio. That's a solid trio right there. I mess with
it. Yep. Can't be mad at that.
Let me see what my man. Sweet potatoes, marshmallow topping. Okay. I've been seeing a lot of that. I don't be putting marshmallows on top of my stuff in for real. Oh, my man said green bean
casserole. Hey, that be slamming though. Hey, it depends on who and how it's made. And to keep it real, my mom's did the sweet potatoes with marshmallow topping 2 days ago. Not for Thanksgiving, but 2 days ago. And all I can tell you is my kids chopped it up like it was the last thing on the planet.
I'm sure. I've had the marshmallows before, but the marshmallows, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's unnecessary to me.
I agree. It's already sweet, right? Yeah, it's already good.
Like, if you already got that. It's sweet as hell already. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's
Cranberry Jello. No, you're not. You're not lying, bro. You're not lying. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, man. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving in the building.
How do y'all celebrate? Is it basically the same thing? It might be a dumb question. It might be a dumb question. I'm trying to see how AR and them celebrate Thanksgiving over there.
They don't. Yeah, they don't.
It might be a dumb question, but you know.
Exactly. Yeah. Hey, man. So I actually was there for a couple of weeks. I was in Brisbane. Apocasi is on the west side. But yeah, man, it's very different. It's not what you think, in my opinion. There's not much of home. Yeah, like you're so used to traveling, right? Even when you go to certain other countries, you get resemblances of home, especially when you have the same time zones and things kind of connect. But being literally on the other side of the world, it's very different. There's no such thing as NFL. There's no such thing as television stations that cater to any of that kind of stuff in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it's I've been to a couple places.
Yeah, it's very.
Places. But I that right there. I've been to like Jamaica, Panama. Had to go see the roots there. Been to a couple other places, but definitely I want to definitely travel more for sure.
Right. Well, when you can see the things that are in the same, see the difference with those places, they're still in the same time zones, if you will. You can still get those television stations and so forth. In Australia, bro, you're not getting nothing American. You're not getting. That's what I'm trying to say. It's so hard. I'm just saying, and that's the thing. I've never had that until I actually got there. And then it's just it's something you can't explain until you are actually in it, because you're talking to a wild child, man. I was the kid in college that every semester in break we had, I went to somebody else's house, right? I was you live in California, you live in here, I'm going to where you are that I've never been. I never went home, so I've been all over this country, and I was shocked that I was homesick. I was shocked. I've never been homesick in my life, and I actually started to feel homesick.
That's crazy.
You a wild child. You're talking to a wild child.
I'm gonna see it one. I'm gonna see it one day, definitely, man. But
born and raised in Connecticut and currently live in Texas, about to move to Vegas. Wild child.
Hey, that's how I do. That's how I be, man. I'm thinking about doing that same thing in Vegas too, man. Just being close to the content, being close to the action, making more things happen.
That's it. Yeah.
But getting back to the team, man. How we gonna attack on Sunday, right? We're coming up on the second half of the show. So everybody, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe button. If you're not new to the channel, man, I appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all for being here, man. Definitely the new rundown show. So if you're definitely feeling what you're hearing, subscribe to both shows, man, and come back every Thursday around the same time.
Yep. Yeah, this is for the future, ladies and gentlemen, Raider Nation. We are full blast. This is the beginning of something that y'all gonna see for a long time. If I have anything to do with it, if I come
we're gonna be on.
Rundown number 2. It's gonna be Rundown though. He's gonna be here. We got this cracking. I promise you. This old to the new. I'm telling you, we're about to put some fire out here. Just give us some time. Like I say, this is the very first of a plethora of content that I think Raider Nation needs. Right? That's the other side of it. We need it. We need contrasting, ideas and opinions and things that make stuff interesting.
Exactly.
Every Raider isn't the same. So
heck no, but it's good though. You know what I mean? As long as we want the end goal, and that's to win, and we do it the right way. So, and speaking of winning, I think what Jason's saying right here is more than truthful.
Yes.
I think to win this game, you have to put pressure on Mahomes, and it's easier said than done. But I've been saying it for a minute. This Chiefs offensive line is not as good as most people want to make it out to be. They're not that good. It's the worst, arguably, it's the worst that I've seen this offensive line in a minute. So my question to you is, what do you think you can be confident in going in on Sunday? What do you think we should be confident in going into this Sunday game?
What I think we should be confident in after this last game, an embarrassment in my opinion, and they better come out with a better attitude, is the running game. Josh Jacobs should be upset. Not only at his offensive line, but himself.
Yep.
And also, I have to put him in here. It's the offensive coordinator.
Yep.
And I have to put in the head coach. You know why? Because they removed the fullback. They removed any off tackle, any power, any straight ahead runs when it comes to getting a yard or two, third and short, second and short. And they've opted to cute counters and things that don't go well for our offensive line and our running back, which is where a lot in the first half of what we've seen all season, you've seen him getting touched in the backfield. And that's due to the cute counters and, steps and things that aren't straight downhill and off tackle and getting him going. If I don't see better play calling from the offensive coordinator, right, which should be something that's been told to him from the head coach, look, we all know that when this man gets 20-plus touches, we ball, we go well, we run. And that's not been happening. That last game, it didn't happen. He didn't get those touches. So that's what I'm expecting.
See, this is what scares me. Because, we do need to get him going. But what scares me is that I've watched this Chiefs team for damn near the whole year. They're good against the run. Like, they're not bad against the run, bro. Like that. And that's what scares me going into it, because it's like, this defense that we about to face ain't like the previous one. Like, they're actually not bad. This defense is good. So they're stout too. So they're not bad against the run. They're gonna do exactly what Miami did. And the thing that I think I can be confident in is that, can AOT bounce back? Can we be confident in it? Because this is the thing. You're going to have opportunities one-on-one in this game, just like you had last game. But the difference is that Kansas City don't have no Jalen Ramsey or Xavier Howard. They have their corners over there who can be exploited. Now, that's my thing. I'm confident in the wide receiver matchups and the fact that there will be one-on-one opportunity. Because you know how the Chiefs get when they really start wanting to put pressure on you, they can blitz you. That's the game plan of Steve Spagnuolo. You know what I mean? Like, we've seen it for years upon years, bro. When it's third and long, or either they feel like the defense they're in a corner and their backs against the wall and they feel like they're losing momentum, they're gonna do the same shit they always do. Blitz. That's what they do. You know what I mean? So there are going to be opportunities. So before we continue, man, we have a guest to bring on to the stage, man. Everybody, put your hands together for Godfather play-by-play D. Is that what's going on?
Yo! Salute to the chat, to the panel, Raider Rundown, the ultimate Raider fans. Salute. This is El Capitán Future right there. And I just wanted to say happy days given to all the nation. And I cannot wait for that Sunday after Kansas City Chiefs because it's going to be like a battle royale.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. And we talking about it. And we going down. So real quick before we get to the chat, man, what's your thoughts on the game? How do you feel going into it? How confident are you?
I mean, we are very confident about for the game against Kansas City Chiefs because remember the time that we just won against New York Giants and New York Jets? No, that's a big statement because we just brought a new energy, new coach. Also, the defense and the offense really step out to the game. I mean, it could happen like this one. And they just need a lot of pressure. They just need a good breathe. And for that is something that I just agree about it because it took like a loss, but we show up that we can handle like the best of them. There's gonna be a lot of work to do at the offense, but it could have capitalized against the Miami Dolphins. Whether the defense had to give a chances against the most explosive offensive football to only allow 20 points is very commendable. I mean, they need to get on rhythm to order the start to move it downfield. So I was gonna say that the key for the victory right now against for the Chiefs, don't be conservative and let Aiden tag his playmakers. And of course, the second thing, we need the offense and the defense building up for the next level. We need to be aggressive because like Antonio Pierce said at the press conference, we need aggressive anytime when we play football with blood, sweat, and tears.
Yep. And I completely agree. And that leads me into this question right here posed by 831 Raider. And I want everybody to get on the soapbox a little bit about it. What does AOC Ford have to show you by season's end to prove he is our long-term QB?
This is a tough question, man. This is a tough question. This is a very, very tough question. I am going to say that what I would like to see from this rookie is that this game doesn't define him. It doesn't, give him the narrative that's going to continue to haunt him for the rest of the season and throughout games. And he start to show shadows of what can't be done, what gives him problems, and the fact that he can't adapt accordingly as teams pick up on the things that he has tendencies on and the things that he does well. If he can't figure out a way to get out of the rut, if you will, he's in, based on the fact that people have more game tape on him, have more understanding of his capabilities and tendencies, and force him to do things that he's not great at. If he can't figure that out, we're in for a long ride, and unfortunately, it will be time to look for another quarterback. If these things are not falling into place, if you will. So that's what I'd like to see. Yeah, I like to see him stay poised, continue to grow and learn from the mistakes he's making, but also continuing to be that gunslinger, if you will, and being okay with, hey, I'm going to try to fit some in and it doesn't work.
Yeah. So what about you, Rafa? What do you think he has to do to prove he's a long-term QB?
Man, between for the Aiden O'Connor, I mean, dude, he's out there throwing passes and handing the ball to the best players in the league, and he was supporting and respected by all these persons rocking out for the silver and black. But imagine about this training his whole life. He started as a quarterback for a good school at the Big Ten, and he broke a record here by True Beast. I mean, he's not really that average Joe, but I think he's not regular. He was a starting quarterback for years at the college. just because he doesn't have the face of Brady doesn't make him the same level of a talent. It's not having the best talent, but he definitely is not good because he started for years at the Big Ten, not Ohio State or Michigan, but his face being like, to be honest, I'm worried because right now it deserves like a lot of things could have happened because he needs to adapt it about for all these years. I mean, he had to go to the connection to see the resemblance between Jim Plunkett and Cam Staver. I mean, the dynasty between for a rookie quarterback is when it's still for it. He started to building up. I mean, he started to building up. I mean, I didn't say had to go for it. I mean, dude, he's like a bright future of the quarterback because I know he's gonna be like a true had to go for the captain, but certainly he has to go for the history. They go for anything could happen out of the defense, and look how they improved. Because I know we just suck for Derek Carr and of course Jimmy Garoppolo, but look at Aiden O'Connor. He needs to have to adapt it all these days and of course all these seasons because he needs to learn about for the level. And I know he's doing like a training of the preseason, and of course he was doing like at the starting quarterback. I mean, that guy he still serves like the future. But I think it's gonna be like a great opportunity to see what's happened in the future. It's not gonna be like in a long term, but I need to see him in the next few seasons how he gonna improve it about this throw. And of course, the most important thing about the quarterback is fitting up with the right receivers and the running backs. That's sort of the key for the goal.
Yeah, and I agree. You know, I definitely agree. So I'm gonna get on my soapbox a little bit. I'm gonna say this: as far as for me. For him to prove that he can be the quarterback in the future, he has to not manage the game, but he has to win this game. You know what I mean? Like, that's number one. Because so far, he's managed and tried not to lose the game. You know what I mean? You can tell by the way he's playing. He's trying not to lose the game. But he needs to have some of them games where it's like, oh yeah, he just won us that game. And next thing that I'm saying is that it's tough because what ultimately can he be is my next question. That's what I need to see as well. Because if you're telling me the ceiling is like Jared Goff, well, you know, I mean, Jared Goff's not bad, but he's okay. You know, it's like, what do we want? You know what I mean? Like, are we looking to just get like a cool mid-tier 20 style quarterback, or are we trying to get like a top 15, top 10 type quarterback? Like, that's what I'm saying. You know, and in order for him to be that, there's going to be a lot of things you need to see. But I just say, as far as for him to just keep draft competition off of his ass for right now, I'd say he got to win some games, like and not manage games. He got to come out here and, like I've said for 2 weeks now, if a team says you're not going to have Josh Jacobs today, what is he going to do? You know what I mean? Like, that's plain and simple. We all know we want to run the ball, of course. But there are going to be times where we cannot run the ball. And you're going to need to make throws in order to keep drives alive. You know what I mean? You're going to need to keep drives extended with your arm. Because if you're not going to do it with your legs, you got to do it with your arm. That's just what it is. You know, so I think you just got to win some games, man.
Yeah. I couldn't agree with you more, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I love the take on him needing to absolutely start being able to put some things away for us, if you will. They have to open it up for him too. It's a two-way street, right, if you will, when it comes to the offensive coordinator and the quarterback gelling to be able to make that happen.
And I'll say this, all right. Now, you know what you're asking for if you say 3 touchdowns and 300 with no pitch now. Like,
yes.
You know what you're asking for? Like, that's like top stuff.
That's legendary.
That's real deal. And like, I just want people to understand with this quarterback, there's levels to this shit, bro. And especially quarterback. And you know me, we'll call ourselves somewhat a quarterback connoisseurs. All right, we know what talent may look like. All right, now sometimes like, your CJ takes Stroud. We don't all get them right.
Right.
You know, but
absolutely.
But here we are. You know what I mean? We can spot it. But at the end of the day, you know when you see the talent of a quarterback and you're like, oh yeah, bro. Like You know, because I know immediately when you saw CJ Stroud start playing, you're like, oh yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? You just need a couple games for you to be like, yeah, I can see that. You know, even today, and this is my thing, because when I bring up the take of like how good can he be, I say that because I look at Jordan Love today and I'm like, oh my God. You know what I mean? Watching Jordan Love today, he don't even look like the same dude that we played.
Not even close.
Like, bro, but I'm like, that's 3 years of development in him being just a glimpse of what we're seeing now. Yes. Now, is that what we gonna get from Aiden? That's the thing. You know what I mean? What are you gonna, if we're waiting all this time to keep him just for him to be Jared Goff, you know what I mean? Or like something like that, then you're like, then what did we wait for?
Right. No, I agree, man. I agree. People's time in the league, and that's the thing, man. That's the other reason why I'm not so gung-ho on just rushing to get some rookie. You just said it. Jared Goff. Again, I'm not saying he's your savior. He's your end-all, be-all. But I think the Lions have a chance to win with him. I'm not going to say they can't win with him. I'm not ready to say it. I agree. I think they can win with him. And that's my point. He's not somebody you're going to give a first-round pick over, right? There are veterans that are out there, right, that you can win with if they're put in the right situation. They just have never been put in the right situation. Look at what we've dealt with the first half of the season with the coach we've had. There's no way you can tell me that any quarterback other than his chosen boy that knows how he gets done. There was never going to be a perfect match made in heaven with that. But now that we have a person that'll allow you to come in and let your hair down, so to speak.
Yeah, that's exactly. And there is a point. I mean, give it a few years, and maybe Aiden O'Connor made the award like a reliable video.
He may develop. Yes.
And we still have a lot of season left for him getting out of the offense and the pressure of the position. So we might go to the draft looking for a different position of the first round, but I'm not going to hold my breath ride or die for the AFC. But if he puts like a string, like 300 yards with touchdowns in each, I'll start believing because he will be good enough to finish the season. I mean, he might be like a great career, but I don't think we should waste next season until find out. We need to make like immediate investment into a good looking prospect and try to elevate our offense to get a go for the next year. And we're looking at the season first match guarantee.
Yeah, because this is my thing. Me, I was already along the lines in terms you already know. It's stamped. I said to start the kid, and once he starts, that's it. He's in there. You know, no matter, and we sink or swim with and go down with the ship if it need be. You know what I mean? Because what it takes, like last week, that's the shit. That's why I wasn't so mad. That's the shit you live with. It's a rookie.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what happens? You know, so it's like, okay, we're gonna lose some games like that because he's like that. You know what I mean? But I think this comment right here brings it really on to some. And we got some fire comments.
Yeah.
People comment fire. So shout out to the chat. But Jason Marshall says, I'm intrigued on how he responds, and that is why last week I wasn't mad. Because everybody like, how you not mad? I'm like, because now I'm gonna see how you come off a terrible game. Terrible.
You're worse.
I mean? Like,
you're worse.
The worst you can be. Now you're coming off a terrible game, and guess who it's
against your arch rival, the best team in the division.
He set up better than that. You know what I mean? Now imagine, right? Coming off that game, he had that 303 touchdown game against these motherfuckers. Yeah. Oh my God, bro. Immediately.
Right.
Because that against the Chiefs, we're all like, oh yeah, man. You know, now we can roll and keep going. You know, same thing. But that's why I wasn't mad. I'm like, okay, now let's see what you do.
Look, there's another angle to take from this too. And again, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to jump on my soapbox for this. Let's take this angle. Let's take the angle of the young rookie that's had one coach in the last 7 years, right? At Purdue, right? Been successful, Doesn't mean he won anything, but he's very successful. He gets to the most dysfunctional team in the NFL. Let's keep it 100, ladies and gentlemen. I absolutely love the Raiders, but let's keep it 100. We are the most dysfunctional in the league. He comes to that. Not only does he come to that, he comes to the worst coach that you can possibly ever have. No heart. The guy's cool. The locker room hates him, right? You sit through that for how many games? And now that's gone. Everything's gone. People are looking at you to save everything. Everything. And you just got to the league. You don't know nothing. You still trying to get your feet wet. Where most rookies, they still laughing at the fact that there's 2 people ahead of them, let alone you're the guy up. That's what we're dealing with here. And now you want him to just be confident. You just want him to bounce back like a veteran would. You want him to just be able to do all these things like he's just been here before. Let's be realistic. Don't get me wrong. I want this guy to bounce back. But all I'm saying is, we are already putting way too much on this kid.
Yeah.
We are putting way too much on this kid.
But this is all I'm saying, though.
But I mean, I get it. I'm right there with you.
So pressure either gonna make a diamond or it's gonna break. You know what I mean? Or it's gonna break. So regardless of it, whoever comes in here is gonna have that pressure. Why? Because we ain't won shit. That's just the basis of it.
And we have a team.
Be realistic with ourselves here.
Yeah.
The whole thing is that we have the most loyal fans in the world, and whatever new quarterback come here, God can help whoever comes in here. If we draft one in the first round, we ain't won nothing, you know. So now we're looking at you to be like, you gotta be the person that turns us into what everybody else is at this point, right?
Right.
You know,
exactly.
We're so far behind. So that's why I think there goes the pressure. But at the end of the day, somebody got to live up to it. It's got to be somebody's job. You know what I mean? Like, and if it's his, so be it. But if it's not, he got 8 games right now.
Yeah.
Like, you know. So
no. I mean, we just want to see us like at a chance and try to secure like a quarterback. Because if Aiden O'Connor stay out between seasons, he looks great next year. Start him. Because I just wanted to see like the front office at the league try to fix what to need to fix. And right now, no should be setting up him as a starter for the future. I mean, completely has been a plague for this organization as long as they remember, because they want to see like an effort to really better our team, and lighting a fire to go attack with his comfort zone to better himself as a player, or drafting a player to trade about. It's the smartest thing to do in improvement. I mean, he's good enough to end the season on a higher note than last. But in the season, if he's still in star caliber for the NFL, I agree.
And that's where we're at, you know. So, and I want to lead into this subject because we talked a lot about Aiden O'Connor, but there's another person that's under evaluation as well for us, and he's not even a player, and that's Antonio Pierce. Right? So now, when we talk about Antonio Pierce, let's start with you, sir. Where are you in your evaluation? You know what I mean? Are you ready to hire him? Are you already on board, or are you more like, okay, I still need to see some things? Where are you?
Well, you know, again, I'm going to be very objective about this. I'm going to put on my owner hat. Putting on my owner hat, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. And this is how I'm going to look at this. I'm going to look at this as in, I know I have something special. That's not what I'm thinking about right now. What I'm thinking about is, how am I going to place this young man to be as successful as he possibly can and not set him up for failure, as in what I've been doing over the last 20 plus years of having coaches every 2.5 years. How am I going to set this man up for success if I do decide to choose him? And how am I going to choose him? How I'm going to choose him is by how things continue to fester for the rest of the season. right? Think about it here. He's allowed, right, the crazies to run the asylum, as they've been saying, right, if you will. It's a team-led, it's a team-led locker room there. So are you okay with that? Are you going to be okay with how that turns out? You've seen it for 2 win games. What's going to happen if now you have 2 loss games? Are you going to see the same fire you saw last week in this game Sunday? All of these things have to be vetted. And is this man going to be capable of motivating these guys to win, even when that gets stacked up against them? We all know that. They're starting to make that apparent now when we play the teams that we're supposed to lose to. There's no sugarcoating the NFL. We knew we weren't supposed to win that game. So yeah, that's my take, man. I think Mark Davis still has some vetting to do. I think he still needs to see how this man operates when we are on a losing streak and how he rallies the troops and if he can rally the troops and how we can waver and, finish a season that may not be something that, is admired by any means, but actually finish it with some building blocks to start for the next.
Yeah, I mean, because
what about you, Rafa? Where you at in your evaluation of Antonio Pierce?
Yeah, I know, because I was saying for like a few months, because the experiment between Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler, it failed because it didn't have the results. But I think the owner, Mark Davis, he really smart enough to say, hey, Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler, I'm sorry, but you have to go, because we don't want to see like the Patriot way, because it's not working at all. We're not working at all because we just losing at all. Because all you had to do is because we just had good players, we had good talent, but you guys had bad coaching. So Mark Davis would say, hey, pack your things up and get the hell out of here. So he was thinking about with the head. We're gonna say, look, I know we had Antonio Pierce, which is a linebacker coach, so we might go for the bit because he understands very well for the football, besides for the blood, sweat, and tears, because we just need like a great coach with a great knowledge of football. We don't want to see like the coach that had to go to failure. I mean, with Antonio Pierce, it became like a new blood, a new age for the Raiders. I mean, he was growing up at Compton, California, Oakland, California. They really bring that new energy with the old stars in Oakland, California. And that's the reason why Mark Davis is really smart out, because I know for sure, because it's something that he doesn't necessarily have to go for figuring out the idea. But Mark Davis, I applaud for him to kick out Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler out of here and bringing Antonio Pierce to this table right now, because we need to see an improvement. Now we want to see the backwards. We just see like the bright future of the Raiders. We want to see up to the level, the highest one, not the lowest one.
There you go. And I agree. My assessment up to this point, and I'll say it like this. I'm 85 to 90% there, because I needed to see how you stacked up against, top 5 competition or in the conference. Let's say that. Because first of all, before we even get to talking about Super Bowl, we got to go through conference anyway. So we got to win a conference first. You know what I mean? We got to win a conference first. So how do you stack up against conference competition? All right, cool. You beat teams who you're supposed to beat. That's what you're supposed to do. Perfect. Now you go against, we'll say, a top 5 team in your conference. How do you fare? Pretty good. You know what I mean? Arguably their worst game of the season. Arguably for our opponent. So you look good. The team was prepared. Were there things he definitely needs to work on? Yes, but then I give him a mulligan because he's a rich coach. Never been in this position in the NFL. So, okay, understood. But for me to get all the way there, I need to see this game. Why do I need to see this game? Because the importance of everything talking about being a Raider, one, if you're a Raider fan, we need this one. I don't give a damn if you lost to Miami, if you get this one. That's all I care about. You know what I mean? So I was like, fine, cool. How do you stack up against, once again, a top 5 team in your conference in the AFC? And not only that, how do you stack up against arguably the the division leader for damn near, I don't know how long, the most dominating division leader in recent memory. They have whooped everybody's ass in the division. They've owned the division for I don't know how long. You know what I mean? So how do you stack up against that as well? How do you play? Because as of recently, every head coach we've had has been a goddamn disaster. Against this team. You know what I mean? Even to the John Gruden lover, he was bad against this team. He had one good game against this team. That's it, one. And then the following game, after we did the bus fiasco, they came and proceeded to whoop our ass. So then it's like, we right now. It
wasn't worth the celebration. Let's put it that way.
Right now, we need to have a coach that knows how to play this team. And if he comes out here on Sunday and the game is how it is against Miami, we got our chance to win, or not even that, he wins the game. I'm gonna be like, okay, cool. That now we got a coach. We got a coach. So definitely, man, I think those are the things, but. And let's put it on, man. Let's get on the soapbox for the last 30 seconds, man. What's your final takes on the game and how you think everything's gonna go and how you think everything will go down? What about you, Rob? Let's start with you.
All right. So, what was the question again about for the
final takes on the game on Sunday, man? How do you think it's gonna go down?
All the final takes. I mean, this is gonna be like a battle royal. Like I said it before, guys. I mean, this is like a completely like a showdown. I mean, we got to step it out to the game right now, and we need to be aggressive right now. Because what was the last time that we just won against the Chiefs? That was like a 2020. But right now, we just seem like between for the new regime, Josh McDaniels and Dave Slater, our hopes are lost because we had to deserve that win against Kansas City Chiefs. But right now, with the new coach, Jim Kelly, also Antonio Pierce and Bo Hadrick, I mean, this could be happening like this one because we had to establish running out to the game. We need a lot of pressure, and of course, coming up against Travis Kelce. And of course, the defense and the offense need to step it up to the game right now because it's gonna be like a sweet revenge. And Aiden O'Connor, I would say this: he's gonna throw 2 touchdowns at this biggest moment right now, and we need to. A lot of pressure, be aggressive, and of course, beating out Patrick Mahomes at this game at the LGM Stadium. That's our plan.
Yes, sir. And I definitely agree. So what about you, Turf? What's your last takes on it, man? Like, how you feeling?
So look, I think it's no different of a game plan than the one that we just had, right? I think you want to control the ball, right? You want to control the ball. You want to control the ball, and you want to absolutely keep it away from Mahomes. See, I think people have it all wrong. I really do. I think people have it completely incorrect. I think everyone thinks that you should be chasing the Holy Grail as far as the quarterback, right? You need that guy to beat Patrick Mahomes. It's a team game. You can get away with having a decent quarterback and beating Patrick Mahomes. I mean, can we say that Jalen Hurts is better than Mahomes? Absolutely not. He's beating him. I'm just saying. Did he beat him when it counts? No. But he just did. All I'm trying to say is, look, there's more than one way to skin a cat, and I don't want Peter coming after me with that, right? I know. I'm just saying it's an old saying. Hey, we bringing the old in with the new. Ain't that right?
Already know.
Hey, that's the saying, and I'm gonna say it again. There's more than one way to skin a cat, and that's just the facts. And in my opinion, as a Raider, I don't think we should be trying to find that next guy, if you will, that's gonna be there, and take us to the promised land for the next decade. No, we have a team that can win right now. And what I think we need to do is put it into those guys' hands. Who are those people? Their names are Josh Jacobs. Their names are Devontae Adams, right? Their names are Hunter Renfrow. That's a whole argument me and Rundown need to get into because he thinks he's, I can't wait to get into that one. And maybe we'll do that after because I absolutely adore Hunter Renfrow. And it's not because I got a hat signed with him on there. I think he's a talent. Some people may not. But there's just a lot of talent on our team to where we are ready. We are ready. We don't need a superstar quarterback. I get it. I understand why everybody thinks that. Maybe that defense is starting to show you that we don't need that. Maybe it's starting to show. I'm not sure. But what I can tell you is I don't care about how we beat them. I want to beat them. But what I expect to be the game plan for us to beat them is exactly what I stated in a game that they don't have the ability to score points. It's on us. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
I agree. And my thing is this, man. This game, I want this game more than any other game. This is the one I want. Me
too. I ain't gonna lie. Me too.
For a long time, I'm not gonna say this is the like, they're fucking beatable by any stretch, but it's like there's a blueprint now that I can see to beat them now. Usually in years past, when you look at Kansas City, you're like, ain't no, how do you attack? You can kind of have a game plan, but it's like they shred it to pieces. Now it's like they're actually getting stopped on multiple occasions, and it's not just against, because they always every year Kansas City got that one shitty game, and then after that, the rest of the season they're starting to get their stride. And that's what's getting me about them this year. Because up to this point right now, I'm usually used to them catching their stride. You know what I mean? Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but up to this point, I'm used to Kansas City looking like they were going to go into the playoffs and go on a run.
Yes, sir. You're absolutely right.
At this point in the season, this is what I'm used to. Now, we're here, so it's damn near December. It's like they're struggling. You know what I mean? And they're struggling on a lot of fronts at this late of the season. So, and I've said this on my channel a lot of times. This late in the season, what you have shown up to this point is basically what you are. This is the habits you haven't had for 9, damn near 10 weeks. This is what you are at this point. You know what I mean? So, with our defense, it showed. This is what they are now. This is what we. So now you showed me that you can hold a team like Miami to 20 points. This is what I expect. You know what I mean? Like, no more. This now comes expectation. You gotta go with that. And if our defense plays like that, there's a chance that we can be successful against this offense here. You know what I mean? And my mind goes back to, I believe it was a Monday night game 2 years ago. And it's crazy that I'm even thinking about this. But 2 years ago, Monday night game, we're talking about Kansas City versus New York Giants. Patrick Graham was the defensive coordinator at the time. And I remember 2 years ago, bro, he had a game plan against Patrick Mahomes that frustrated the hell out of him. Like, it was frustrating the shit out of Mahomes. And up to that point, he started using that blueprint on what Patrick Graham did and started using that against Mahomes throughout the season. So it kind of gives me confidence. I don't know why I go back to that, but the way Patrick Graham is dialing it up, he calling these plays, the way the defense responded, if we can be aggressive, like Rafa says, bro, there's a chance this year for some turnover opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, they're turning the ball over at an alarming rate right now as well. So we'll have our chances. I think this is the game. It's going to be like last game. We're going to have our chances to win this game. There's going to be time. Now, will our rookie step up to the plate? That's the question.
It's a great question.
Will we get the running game going?
Great question.
We shall see. You know,
so,
but
I want y'all guys' take. Yeah, I want y'all guys' take though on that, right? Let's be real. See, we are now with a player-run team. Real talk, I'm going to keep it 100. I don't know why Josh Jacobs only got the type of carries and the carries he received, But we've already learned he has input. We've already learned he said what he liked to run. So is it the offensive coordinator's fault? Did he get the plays he requested? Meaning these funky little, counters and off plays and draws and things that got things slow in the backfield? Is it his problem? I don't know, right? I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on that? Because the bottom line is if he's not running the ball 20 plus times a game, we're not winning football games. It's just, I don't care. I don't know how else you would have put it. Yeah.
He wasn't as successful. He wasn't as successful doing some things that, he definitely we wanted to do last game. I think the running game was a little stagnant. We weren't getting as much push on the offensive line as we wanted to. I think, and that was a problem that I thought about going in because Miami got two good DTs. They got two good D tackles. You know what I mean? So that was something that against one of them, we can game plan like we saw. Quentin Williams kind of had a day, but we were still able to run the ball because they don't have another guy that's like big and takes up space. Now, that big 92, I think he's
Yo, knucklehead.
Yeah, he's real, bro. He was real. He's a dog, so we were going to struggle against that for sure. I think the run game wasn't as successful as we needed it to be. And what's funny, during the game, watching it, it surprised me after the game that Josh Jacobs had 14 carries because during the game, I was like, bro, we got to go on. I was like, bro, we're not throwing it enough. You know what I mean? Like, there were times in the game where I was like, bro, let the kid loose. Like, and then you look and he had 41 throws, but realistically, bro, some of them 41 throws was dinky dunk ass throws.
Garbage throws.
It's so some of that you don't even count for it. You know what I mean? Because that's another extension of the run game. If you really think about it, trying to get them little screens on the offset. So I think they tried to get it going, but I don't think it wasn't going down. I think it was just one of them games where it's like we gonna make the kid beat us, and that's what happened.
You, Rafa, holla. What do you think? You're on mute.
That could happen. But I think we had an opportunity because right now we had to be aggressive at that time. And for that, we just wanted to say this is going to be like going to make it or break it. I mean, we had the best talent right now. We had Max Crosby, we had Josh Jacobs, also Hunter Renfrow, Devontae Adams. I mean, this could have happened under this one because we had some great talent. We had some great coaching like Antonio Pierce. I mean, this is going to have the opportunity because last season we didn't make it against the Kansas City Chiefs because there's some the questions about how the defense is going to improve after the loss for the Miami Dolphins. I will say this. They got to step up to the game, show up because the defense are showing up like every time for the level right now.
Right. What do you think about Jacobs though in that running game? What do you think about or the lack of, right? Whether it be Miami and what you expect to see coming up. What do you think about that?
I mean, be all about that because he's touching the ball like at a minimum times, and he feel like the run away. He inspired the guys. The style is very contagious. I mean, Josh Jacobs, he became like the first that trying to go for the ridiculous finds. I mean, Josh Jacobs, he became like one of the coolest running backs because he had the speed, he had the intensity. I mean, it reminds me like a young Bo Jackson. He needs to understand about the level about this game, and he took like a really good ride. I mean, he's all pro. He's all pro because he's like a very elite. And some of those persons had to be thought, the elite of running back is between Christian McCaffrey or Derrick Henry. No, because if you look at the numbers, at the stats, that we need to understand why Josh Jacobs is the leading rush ever in the NFL during the season. I mean, you cannot compare the energy at the speed of Josh Jacobs. He's undeniable.
Yes, sir. I agree. I absolutely agree. And I think that's why he's got to be a major part of the game. Especially with a rookie quarterback. a guy like him, he should have minimum 25 touches a game.
Yep.
Period. And you're talking to a running back. I'm telling you right now, I need 25. I need 25 every game. See, I'm getting on my soapbox. Look, as a running back, I don't partake in this whole notion that I can't carry the ball X amount of times throughout the year and stay out. No, you're not telling me what I can do. For one, I'm telling you I get stronger as the third and the fourth come. You don't want to see me come. Have you ever saw that interaction with Beast Mode when he told you, I'm going to just run you over and over and over and over and over and over and I am going to run through you over and 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 over again. It's always been my motto. You can ask anybody I grew up with. Everything I did was about running you over. So please believe it. When Josh Jacobs say, hey, boss, I need that ball 25, 30 times a game, 17 out of 17 games. I need that ball, bro. And I'm just letting y'all know, as a running back, that's how it goes. I need to run through your face as many times as I can and make sure you understand there's no quitting me.
Yep.
Point blank.
And I completely agree. But there's definitely going to be some times where, we're going to have to rely on the arm a little bit.
No, absolutely. That's that new, right? That's the new wave. That's the whole thing of how the league is gone. And I'm not saying that's knocking anything, right? I'm just saying it's just back in the old school days, you know what it was. They literally just run that ball. The score would be 6-3.
Yeah, I understand. But it's like you said,
nobody running across the middle because nobody wanted to go to the hospital. Nobody wanted to.
That's why I think the game has changed.
It was a different game. It was a different game.
Yeah, it's like the game is so opened up now. It's like it's easy to put game plan against the run. It's too hard to game plan against the pass. Too many variables. You know what I mean? So that's where we at. But definitely coming up on the end of the show here, gentlemen. Everybody in the chat, we appreciate y'all for being here today on tonight's show, man. It's been a great one. I've been looking forward to these Thursdays, man. It's a great, great show. But definitely, for our guest, Rafa, before you get on out of here, man, go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you, what you got going on, brother, man.
All right. So right now, I just wanted to say thank you guys, Turf and Rundown, for having me on this spectacular show talking about for the Raiders. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter at Capitan Rafucho, also on Instagram at El Capitan Rafucho, and also subscribe me to my YouTube channel at Rafael Chacin. You can type it in, Rafael Chacin, and boom, there's my channel on the road on 1,000 subscribers. Right now, I have 800 subscribers. And tomorrow night, I'm going to have a special live stream talking about Raiders versus Chiefs. And on Sunday afternoon, I'm going to have a little bit of play-by-play and, of course, my reactions of the post-game about Raiders versus Chiefs. And I just wanted to tell you, thanks, everybody. And, of course, salute to the chat and panel. And I have 3 things to be prepared for the Raiders versus Chiefs. Number 1, always wear black because the real men wear black. Number 2, we're not going to blast any Taylor Swift songs because we're not going to listen to this bullshit. Because we're going to listen to the West Coast hip hop with Tupac, Kendrick Lamar, NWA, Ice Cube, Too Shorts, also with a little bit of metal like Metallica, Slipknot, also with these hip hop groups that we like it. And number 3, you gotta bring the puppet of Kermit the Frog because whatever happens with Patrick Mahomes and Kermit the Frog continues because he's like his voice right now because we're gonna pressure about it and we're gonna scream it louder at the Allegiant Stadium. When it comes to Patrick Mahomes, we're gonna say, "Fuck the Chiefs! We're gonna beat this down, Raider Nation for life, motherfuckers!" We're gonna scream,
Sir. Yes, sir. Hold on. And that was perfect, man. That was perfect. So definitely, man. We appreciate you for stopping by, man. And once again, thank you. That was an epic rant right there, bro. But definitely, man, we gotta do this again. And hopefully we can get on your show tomorrow, man.
100%. 100%.
All right, y'all. You have a good one, bro. Another great show, Turf. Another great show. We here.
Hey, rundown. Your boy is excited, bro. Hey, look, I really can't explain to you enough how much that I think we really can make an impact as far as bringing that Raider Nation content to the people.
Bringing it real raw, bro.
Game. I think we're gonna really be able to do some amazing things, bro. I love your vibe, man. Yeah, you're a running back too, aren't you? You're a running back.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Like, we vibe like that. I'll never forget, man. I remember when I used to have to look at you like competition, right? Until I realized that I needed you. Right? See, that was am I wrong though? See, that's the difference in college. In college, you need somebody. See, it's
you need another guy. Yeah, you need
another guy. High school. In college, you need another guy.
That's a fact.
Bro, I'm just telling you right now, right here, live on camera, on tape, bro. I need you from that respect, and I know it, and I'm glad that our paths have crossed, my dude, because. Hey, real recognize real. I love your take. I know we don't agree on a lot, which is another reason why I love it even more. And that's awesome, bro. And hey, that running back thing is real, man. Like I say, one day we gonna do what we do, and we gonna chop it up for the people about being running back. Right? Like,
definitely.
I know we got plenty of times we can just talk about a lot of things, bro. Like, just from a running back perspective, it's near and dear to my heart, bro.
For sure, man. I'm already thinking.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. I think this gonna be some beautiful content being made for sure. Everybody that's in the chat, everybody that tuned in to the live was here the whole time. We appreciate y'all. Make sure you guys go tap into Rafa's channel as well. You heard me on the road to 1,000, bro. So whatever y'all can do, help our mans out. You know what I mean? I'm on the road to 1,000. So and we gotta get Turf. You're not at 1,000 yet, are you?
No, we all getting there. I'm like 660. I'm 670. Yeah, we all need to be there. You the next one. Rundown. We got you.
So you feel me? Like, hey,
we got you. You the next one. You should be there in no time.
Slowly but surely, I'm rocking with everybody that come back. Everybody that come in that's new. Welcome to it. But definitely, man, and this is my thing. We're gonna make this something. Of course, we do it for the love, but at the same time, man, we're gonna build this because I want to build this into something profitable. You know what I mean? Like, even if you're good at it, I always say this: you never do what you're good at for free. I don't
yes, sir.
Never do it for free. It is what it is, bro. So
absolutely.
I appreciate everybody that's here, man. Once again, you can find us on our individual channels, man. Tell them where they can find you real quick, Turf, on your individual type.
Yes, sir. Ultimate Raider Fan 32. No spaces. All one word, tight. Congratulated and together on YouTube. UltimateRaiderFan.com as far as merch is concerned. And Ultimate Raider Fan 32 on Instagram and all your Twitter, all the others. So check your boy out.
Yeah, hey, and you know what it is, man. If you're here, if you're new, you can catch me at The Raider Rundown, man, on YouTube. I try to drop something daily for everybody. You know what time it is. At the same time, you can catch me on Instagram at The Raider 2 if you want to hit me up. I got some merch that's coming in a little bit. So anybody that's here on my channel that be here, man, I got some merch I can show the fellas. So I already got it in the works, man. So I'm gonna drop a link for y'all in a minute. Gonna have some Raider Rundown merch created and designed by yours truly. So you already know what time it is. So make sure you guys are subscribing to all of the channels. And once again, man, it's a pleasure to be with y'all, man. We out.
Peace. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Special Thanksgiving content, bro. You know we gotta add it in.
Exactly. I agree. Hey, I was on it. I was on it too. Picasso came through. Hey, you already know, my dude. I love it.
Did you guys just finish?
We literally was outro. The video was
okay. Well, look, I'll make it quick then. All right. Look,
we don't want
happy Thanksgiving to all my American brothers and sisters.
No. This is first and foremost. Exactly. Picasso Raider people. Let's go. I want y'all to understand. Exactly. We are excited you came on, man. Hey, we don't do this for anybody. We do this for people that absolutely 100% are part of the clique, right? And the people that know are the people that know. Hey, Afakasi, we appreciate you, dog. We really do, man. Yes, I'm glad you came through, bro. Hey, the stage is yours for sure. Talk to us, man.
Yeah, man. How you feeling about the game, man?
First things first, salute to everybody. Sorry, I come crashing in late, but you know, hello, baby. Anyways, gang, first and foremost, happy Thanksgiving to all my American brothers and sisters and anyone else who's around the world who's watching the show. As for the game, oh God, look, I just want us to come out fighting, come out inspired, play passionate Raider football, and hopefully we can overcome our deficiencies on the offensive side of the ball. It's going to be good enough to get us over the hump because it's like I said, we've won 3 of the last 20 encounters with the Chiefs. And let's call a spade. They've owned us, and I'm getting really sick and tired of it. So,
yes, sir.
Look, I'm more in hope so mode more than belief. I'm not going to lie. You know what I mean? It's still the Chiefs division. It's still the Chiefs league until someone takes it from them. So hopefully we can get our first win against the Chiefs in Vegas. Defense keeps doing what they're doing, but it's like I said, it's going to be a big question mark how well our offense is going to be able to perform, and hopefully they can work it out. That's my short, sweet take.
Yes, sir. Yeah, no, that's dope.
So look, we talked about memory things, so I'm gonna wrap questions at you to get your takes, right? Because the people don't know about your takes and how you feel. So my thing is, oh my bad, my mic was all over here.
Yeah, waving your mic all over the place. I couldn't make out what you're saying.
I want to ask you some questions. I'm gonna rapid fire the questions to you, man. Get your takes on them, right? Okay, because you know the people don't know your takes. So we was talking about ain't no comment. So how do you feel now, seeing that last performance and going into the future? And what would he need to do to show you he can be the franchise guy?
Well, look, there are some positive signs there. I mean, you know, he does have the arm that can make the right throws. I mean, with all things considered, I think he's done a well enough job to try and manage as best he can, being a 4th-round rookie, not expected to thrust as a starter. And look, here we are. Jimmy G ain't it, and neither is Brian Hoyer. But like, do I feel like he's the future moving forward? I'm going to give him a chance. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give him the rest of the season, see how it shakes out. You know what I mean? At the very least, this was my flaw for Aiden, is that I think he can be a good, if not serviceable, backup quarterback. You know what I mean? Like someone who can come in and manage the team if we have a franchise starter. As for being a franchise guy, my gut says no. And I've highlighted my point on the last time we shared the panel is that, like, I know he's young and I do give him concessions as being a rookie, but like, as far as leadership qualities, I just don't see it from him yet. And that's something that you can still show as a rookie, you know what I mean? Especially in the most important position of football, which is quarterback. So each to their own, everyone has their own opinions. I'm not throwing him under the bus, but that's just how I see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he can prove to be the franchise guy moving forward. If he gets us to, I don't know, somehow, some way to the playoffs, then we can roll with him again. But we'll see. I'm going to give him a fair shake, but that's just how I see it as it stands.
Cool. No, that's completely fair. You know, I'm saying the same thing. I think we answer are saying the same thing. It's like, you know, he's a rookie for a brand. So what can you really expect? But there are definitely things he needs to show us moving forward for us to have any kind of confidence in us to be like, okay, this is your team. You know what I mean? Like, this is your offense.
Your mic.
Oh,
Yeah, your mic.
I keep having this thing. No, but yeah, no, definitely. I agree with you that it's like, in order for us to have any type of confidence that he can be the franchise guy, he got to start showing us a little more things. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's got to be some points where he wins us a game at certain points. You know what I mean? For us to be, for me personally, to be really confident and to be like, okay, yeah, he be the guy. Because going forward, like I understand, you know, some people are like, oh, we got a good team. We got to, you know, we could just have a manager. But at a certain point, a quarterback has got to win you a game. And especially in the postseason. We talk about the postseason, bro, and just think about who we have to go through to even get to a Super Bowl. Your quarterback is going to have to win you a game. You know, so that's my take on it. So I definitely agree with what you're saying.
Rundown. We had this conversation. You weren't on the panel. I had it with Turf, and shout out to CT Gennaro. And what's the other guy's name? Stop hating on the Raiders. I think that's his name. Shout out to him. I asked him the question because of the point that I highlighted. I personally don't see leadership qualities or from Aiden O'Connell as it stands. Do you share that same sentiments? I mean, I don't see him kind of, you know, with his head up and chin up and rallying the troops and kind of just, you know what I mean, doing the little things to just show that you have what it takes to be a leader. Something that I did see, hate to bring him up, but I'm just giving you an example. I saw from Derek Carr in his rookie season. I just don't see it from Aiden O'Connell. I see him as a very mellow, shy kind of, you know, head down kind of just trying to do his own thing, you know what I mean, kind of guy. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just what I see. What do you see, bro?
You know how I kind of view him a little bit? Like, and definitely I'm not saying this is the talent at all. So don't take me saying this like this is the same talent. He's not even the same stratosphere. But him and Justin Herbert kind of share the same thing because I kind of see the same thing with Justin Herbert. Like, he don't look like that dude that like rallies the troops either. You know what I mean? Like, he looks like he's a likable guy. Like, everybody can be around him and be like, oh, yeah, we like this dude, you know. But what you're saying, I kind of do share the sentiments. It's like sometimes when the camera pans into the helmet and you look, it's like you don't get that. You know, like, let's go. Like we're good.
Yeah.
You know, certain quarterbacks,
I mean, that's going to inspire the team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't get that.
You can look in the camera pan, you're like, oh, so you about to do something. You know what I mean? Like, or they're at least going to have a chance to win the game because, like, you get to see
exactly right.
You zeroed in, bro. Like, I hate to say it, but even the guy we about to play right there. Every time you zero in on Mahomes' helmet, I'm like, yeah, bro. Yeah, you know, he got that look. You know what I mean? About to make a play. Something, and he do. You know, so there's certain guys. So I kind of do share the sentiment. I to a degree. But I don't think I've seen him when he has swag, though. That's the thing. Like, when he's confident, I've seen how he is, and it's like, he got a little bit that little like fuck you in him. He kind of does.
He does. He does. He's got that Eli Manning. I hate to tell. I put it in there, but he's got that Eli Manning in him where that dude going home to his wife. He don't give two shits about what y'all think.
There you go.
Dude, he gonna come in and go to work and take it as serious as it ever can be. But so what? I lost. I don't care about what y'all think. I'll do what I can do as best as I can. But guess what? I got a life outside of this, and y'all not about to disturb it. And it is what it is. And that is what I did love about Aiden O'Connell. I'm gonna keep it one. I just had to put that out there.
Hey, I think that was a spot on. I think it's more like that Eli Manning thing. And we talking about how his leadership quality is like, like quiet confidence. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yep.
But I mean, maybe it's just not what you're looking for as far as that type of leadership. You know what I mean? From that position, because usually from that position, what you want to see, like a fiery dude or somebody that's like, you know what I mean? Somebody that's going to inspire everybody, something like that.
Right. And correct. That's a perspective. Yeah, that's a perspective, right?
There's different levels to leadership, though. Like leadership qualities. You don't have to be an in-your-face, fiery, rah kind of guy. I mean, Derek Carr wasn't exactly that. He showed leadership qualities in a different kind of sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's all I'm trying to say. But anyways, do you have any other questions, Brenda?
What else are we talking about? So we talked about Antonio Pierce.
Yeah.
Because like I said, not only are we evaluating the quarterback, but we're evaluating the head coach as well. Because the head coach has to have some type of, some type of role in this. Are we going to hire another one? Or are we going to keep him? So where is he in your evaluation right now as the head coach?
In terms of personality, demeanor, and just the way he can conduct himself, he ticks every box. I mean, he's everything you want in terms of like the Raider way, the Raider image. I mean, everything that McDaniels isn't, you're getting in Antonio Pierce. He talks like a Raider. He acts like a Raider. He kind of lives and breathes it. I mean, you could see there was a sense of genuine and sincerity when he gave his first speech when he was hired as a head coach, and he came out and he said, the first thing he said was something along the lines of, I grew up a Raider, you know what I mean? And he go on in detail about how he wore the clothes and listened to the music with NWA and bought into the culture, you know what I'm saying? Like, good luck hearing that, anything close to that from McDaniels, you know what I mean? Well, was he going to give you or some crap like that? Anyways, back to Antonio Pierce. So from that level, ticks every box. Fantastic. From a technical scheme kind of perspective, like, I don't know, jury's still out. But sometimes someone who can inspire you, can bring out the best in you, can make you believe in yourself and make you play to the best of your abilities, something that McDaniels most certainly did not, can take you further than like someone who ticks all the X's and O's, but in terms of like bringing out the best in you, because he just doesn't inspire you, or he's just such an unlikable person, you know what I mean? Like, to have as your leader, you know what I mean? Like, for example, Hunter Renfrow, for example, Josh Jacobs, those guys were performing terribly under McDaniels' regime, well, this year anyway, and it brought out the worst in him. You know what I mean? Like, Hunter Renfrow is a great example of that. You know what I'm saying? So, look, I'm going to wait till to see how the season shakes out before, like, I give a final analysis. But at the same time, as it stands, if we retained him, I'd be more than happy to move forward with him. You know what I mean? Like, and there's nobody within the Raider Nation, I believe, who would be like, oh no, we're keeping Antonio Pierce. He's not going to have us divided the way McDaniels had us divided. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'd all be on board with him to move forward. But if we move forward with someone else, it'd be sad. I hate to see him go, but as long as it's someone who can, I don't know, get us wins, get us to the promised land, and not be the calamity that it was in our last retreat.
Yeah, I'll say this. Okay, I'll say pushback, but not pushback. Maybe 2 cents. 2 cents to add on it would be, as far as the system and the scheme goes, we have to remember that he was a linebackers coach, so he was on the defensive side of the ball. And what's the side of the ball that's performing the best right now? It's the defense. You know what I mean? So in that regard, we have to say he's doing a pretty damn good job. If we're talking about scheming and doing all that shit, doing what he got to do. As far as
look what he did for the linebacking core. Look what he did for the linebacking core. A linebacking core, I scoffed at before the season. You know what I mean? I thought it was going to be a point of weakness. It is a point of strength. Sorry, Ron.
Which is crazy to think about. And we have to give him that. We have to give him that perspective, because if we talk about schematics and all of it, he's doing what he's supposed to do on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, they just held Miami to 20. So, as far as the offense, we can't really get on him about the offense, because that ain't his point of emphasis. You know what I mean? Like, in that regard, we have to say, can they hire a good offensive coordinator in the offseason? You know what I mean? Can we hire an experienced, good offensive coordinator to come in here and really take this offense to the next level?
Right.
I think that's where we at right now. If we choose to retain.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Where you at, Turk?
It's a great time to be alive, bro. That's where I'm at with it, boss. It's a great time to be alive, bro. Real talk. I mean, I don't think y'all understand, man. It's Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for each and every one of y'all on here. I'm thankful for each and everybody in the chat. I mean, we were shutting it down. You got people still back in it, right? They want to hear us talk. gentlemen, they want to hear us talk, right? So I say we give them what they want on this Thanksgiving. It's up to y'all. I'm okay. I know Afakasi, I don't know how much you got left, but I got as much as Afakasi got left because that in a time that is different than us, and I respect his time, meaning that I'm more than ready to chop it up with this brother. I know. Listen, I want y'all to understand, man. I put this here for a reason, man. I put this here for a reason. Like, look, your take on our games are very well thought out, brother, and it's from an area and a space that is so unique. And see, that's the part that people that they can't get. No other channel gets what we get with Afakasi. Are you kidding me? I'm ready to get you popping on here every day of the week, twice on Sundays. Because you are a true fan, brother. You watch this in a place where I just tried to explain the fact that there's nothing American over there. You don't got to tell me. You don't got to massage this. You don't got to be nice about it for these people. I'm telling them there's nothing over there that is American. There's nothing you're going to see that's going to make you feel comfortable at home. You are going to get homesick, and this is coming from a dude that just don't eat. I'm just a river rat. Go everywhere, anywhere. And I'm telling you I was homesick. So trust me, Afakasi Raider. Bro, and I'm telling you, I'm on this mic all night. I don't care how long it takes. I want to hear everything you got to say. All that shit's relevant to me. It's all relevant to me, bro. It is.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that, Turf. Look, I won't take up too much more of your time. I got to carry on my day too. I just want to come on. I didn't realize that I literally came on and I saw your music playing. I was like, oh shit, I came too late. My bad, but I appreciate you for me to get my takes and chop it up with you guys.
Still love us, bro. They right here.
It's like I said, happy Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for like all the support and love that I've been able to come across since I've been doing this YouTube game. Like I've been in it for, like I first started doing. I'll let you take a stab at it. Can you guys guess when I first did Raider content on YouTube?
Wow.
I'll let you guess.
First. Rundown. You go first.
2 years ago.
What about you?
I'm gonna give you 5. I'm gonna give you 5 years.
All right. So I first did started doing live content back in 2021. But wait, no, I dabbled in it 2020, but 2021 is when I started to get kind of serious. But I first started to dabble in my first Raider content videos was actually 2013.
Wow.
I did a draft reaction to RIP DJ Hayden.
Yeah.
So DJ Hayden's the year we drafted him, I did day 1, day 2, day 3 draft cap reactions of the class, which included him, RIP, Latavius Murray, Menelik Watson. So that was my first cat. It's funny when I go back and watch it, like I'm doing it on this really shoddy camera. Everything's all kind of blurry. I had no mic. It looked like I was talking through a toaster. But that was my first foray into Raider content. Wow. It was 2013, DJ Hayden. All right.
Bro. We are very thankful for that, bro. We see that's something that is Raider history, in my opinion. It matters. Right. No, you laughing. It matters, bro. All of this stuff that we're doing is documented. It's all going to be written. It's all something that everybody will be able to get to, which is another reason why I don't have a problem and enjoy doing any content. I'll never get tired of it. You know why? Because I'll never get tired of that shield that's back there. It's just not going to happen. I just want y'all to know that. Like, I've set aside time to do these things. I've set aside time for it to run over, etc. All our lives are busy. We all are very interesting people, man. It's what I love about it. Our clique is undeniable, old to young. Afakasi, I swear, I already know I'm going to meet you one day in person.
One day.
There's no if. There's a when. Same thing for Rundown. I mean, he on the East Coast. That's where I'm born and raised. But yeah, it's just, bro, I just want y'all to understand, man. Raider Nation is a lifestyle. And we all come together for a reason. And it's the reason why people hate us, because they can't be us, and it's hard. We understand this hard life. We understand real life. We understand things that people don't get. I'm just telling you, this goes deeper than even sports. That's true. That's facts.
Yeah.
It's facts. I'm just saying. Yeah, please please, somebody say something, because I will talk forever when it comes to Raider Nation.
And we appreciate you for pulling up, AR, man. Definitely, man. Appreciate it, bro. Like, you know,
Raider Nation is crazy, bro.
Man, definitely. So tell everybody where they can find you, and you know what you got going on for the next couple of days. You know, whatever. I know you got some things previewing the Chiefs maybe or something like that. So what you got going on?
All right, so my YouTube handle is right there. I mean, look, I see all the names in the chat. They're all people who already follow me. I see my own chat feed. I'm probably already preaching to my masters, but in case you don't, there's my channel right there. Afakazi Raider. Just punch that into YouTube. I get together with my shout out to my Raiders World Order crew. Those are my guys, my day ones. I'm talking Raider Joe on 6. We get together usually Monday post games, 5:05 p.m. Pacific time. That's US time. I don't even bother giving out Australian time, so that's always Pacific time. 5:05 Pacific time. As well as I'm still working out, like maybe to do something in the mornings with you guys. I've been a little bit busy, like especially the last week and a half. It's been a rough ride with the hip hop happenings with what's going on, but I don't want to get into that. But that's me. Like I do Raider content. I'm just another guy just trying to find his way doing Raider content. I do a little bit of gaming. Sometimes I do some shorts, but it's mostly just me and the guys just chopping up, just like we're doing right here, right now. So I appreciate you guys. And just one last thing, when you do close the shot, there's something I just want to talk to you guys behind the scenes about, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
100%. 100%.
Definitely. So go ahead, man. We're gonna put you back there, man. We're gonna close it out, man. We're about to close it out.
Close it out.
Tell everybody, man, we already told them where they can find us. But once again, man, we appreciate y'all. You know what we say on the Raider Rundown, man. Regardless of it, man, from the clouds to the ground, we always keep it authentic on the Raider Rundown. And you already know Turf. You know he gonna give it to you real raw, authentic. You already know what time it is. So make sure you guys tune in every Thursday, 10:30 Eastern time. What is that? 7:30 Pacific time, 8:30 your time, right? Central time over there.
9:30.
So exactly, we know. So make sure you guys tune in every Thursday. We're gonna see y'all next time. Peace.